And today I'm running a little bit late on my, oh, this isn't my car chat. This is my morning chat, but I'm not in my car. I'm actually at home right now because it is Veterans Day. So I'm a teacher and we get days off like Veterans Day. So a little bit later today, I'm going to be going to the town service for veterans, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to be dressing warmly because it is very cold today. So the temperature today in Raymond, New Hampshire, what is it? Let's see. Raymond, New Hampshire. It is very cold today. I have the wood stove and I don't know the exact, 34. I haven't been outside today. So it says 34 to 35. It's going to be a little chilly today, a little colder than it has been. And so that is the weather report. And we do not have snow, but it has been wet and a little bit rainy. We have a wood stove, so that is cranking right now. So I've been doing some cleaning. I have a lot of cleaning to do. Lots of decluttering. Um, I'm a little bit of a pack rat. And not only that, but I've spent a lot of years homeschooling, and I've loved crafts. I have a lot of crafts around. So I'm sitting here thinking about just what should I do this morning. I have cleaning to do. I've done a little bit of cleaning. I did some laundry, and I'm working on decluttering one of the side rooms that we have. And so as a teacher, you have to kind of always be thinking about something. Like in your classes, you're always thinking about the next thing with your students. You're thinking, especially with math, like the next concept, something I can do to interest my students. Always thinking ahead. Days off, like today, I had plans for today, and I realized, oh, it's a day off. So I actually have a planner, which I don't have. Oh, right here. I have a paper planner, which I can't find at the moment. Oh, here it is. It's right in front of me. So I have a paper planner. This is what I end up doing, and it works best for me. It get a planner for the year. This has 1 month planner, and then it also has a page for each week. So whenever I go to meetings, I will, make notes in that page of, that week or something. Or if there's something special I need to do for that week, I will write it down. I write down any people that I talk to. Thank you so much for coming. I can read the comments today because I'm not driving in my car. And thank you for coming, Molly and Nicholas. Thank you so much. And thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for all of you who are watching right now. And give me a thumbs up. And thank you for supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. I'm a teacher, and we have Veterans Day off today. So this is a day where, yes, I have reflected on the veterans that I know. I have a son who went into the Army, so I appreciate his service. My father was also in the National Guard. Yeah, so I don't really know what. Oh, good for you, Molly says. I don't know what's going on. Molly and Nicholas are chatting in the comments. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. I really appreciate it. I've had people come and watch. I have friends that tell me that they watch the morning car chat. And I'm a teacher, so I kind of just share a little bit about the teacher life. Teacher life is always thinking ahead. So I was just talking about my planner, and I usually get one of these. This is a planner by, who is it by? Mel Block. I think I got this on Amazon, actually. I like this size. It's good size, not too small, fits all my different things. And I've gotten different planners through the years. I tried to do a planner on my iPad. There's a way to do a digital planner, but that really wasn't working for me. It was too hard to figure everything out, and then when I needed to write something down, just didn't work for on how to do a digital planner. That was my bell for my classroom I'm not in today. I have all of my classes on my phone for the times that I need to be there and the time when the class starts and all that stuff. So, world news, catch world news. Yeah, world news. I am a local news person. I work a lot in my own town. I would recommend that for everyone in this country that has that opportunity in America. And I work in my town. I've been on the school board. I've on the ethics committee, which is interesting. I'm on the library trustee board, and I'm also a state representative. So I'm in New Hampshire. So I'm in kind of southern New Hampshire, but I live in a country spot. And southern New Hampshire is a few big towns and then a lot of rural towns. So it's a really beautiful place to live. Lots of mountains. I'm about a half hour from the ocean. So I like to go to the beach. I actually have some videos on my channel of the Hampton Beach that I go to. I've gone there to pray. I've gone there to meet up with friends, and it's a really beautiful place. I've taken picture there. I've also entered pictures of the beach into our local fair, stuff like that. So I am a mom. I'm a mom of 13 children, and I didn't do anything for a living for what, 25 years? Yeah. I laugh because not doing anything, raising children is doing a lot. It's doing an awful lot. You just don't get paid for it. So I raised my family, and then when I had 7 of the kids, like 6 had moved on, I was like getting empty nest syndrome, and I still had 7 kids in the house. So I applied at a school to teach. And so I've been teaching at Christian schools for the last 10 years. So this will be my last year. My youngest is 17, and he's graduating this year. So thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you taking some time with me today. And yeah, I'm a teacher, so I love the teacher schedule because I can do a lot. I can work, I can get some money for working. I can also bring my kids to school with me. I will be done with that coming up soon, but I'm going to keep teaching. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to take it, if I'm going to stay teaching in the classroom, but I also do private tutoring. So I have some tutoring students that I tutor online through Zoom. I've taught for online companies teaching kids in China how to speak English. I still do that some on the weekends. I also teach math online. I've taught for outschool.com, but the accounts that I have right now are I teach school, but I also have a few students that I teach privately, and I teach through Zoom. So they just pay me through like Venmo or other avenues that we agree on, maybe private check even. And so I have some tutoring students. So I also have a business called Can Do Math Tutoring. So I like to tutor kids online that need help with their math skills. That's my major, is to teach math. And so here's my planner. I need a planner for all the things that I do. So like in October, I had one tutoring student 3 days a week, another tutoring student 2 days a week, one tutoring student in the evenings 1 day a week, sometimes 2 days a week, depending on if she has a test. I also tutor my grandson reading, and I read to him, he reads to me 3 days a week. Thank you so much for the compliments. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming to my channel. I appreciate your watching. Usually I come and do a morning car chat at about 7 a.m. while I'm driving to school. And today I figured I would come on and just do a, it's not really a car chat, but teacher chat this morning live, and do it normally, but I'm not driving, obviously. And so I'm just talking about my planner and how, I'm not I'm not the neatest writer, unfortunately. I wish my writing was a little neater. I'm practicing. You know, I know I'm kind of old, but there's still some things I'm working on, which I would like to be a little neater. This is my schedule. I need to write neater, and I need to keep telling myself that. But I'm kind of like, I try to do everything fast. I have my tutoring. I'm just looking at what I did last month. In October, on the 17th, I went to the Concord, which is our state capital, and we had a meeting for the Veterans Committee. And so I did that in October. I also have my mom, who I visit on the weekends and a few times a week. She lives by herself, and I go see her and visit with her, make her some meals, maybe just try to do whatever she needs done there. She also has other helpers, so I'm not her only person. And so, yeah, plus in October we had soccer tournament. We had, my son played soccer, and we had to wrap that up in October. And then we come on to November. I have work on, like I said, I work on the library trustee committee. I work on the ethics committee, and those types of things. Try to keep track of things in town. You know, there's all kinds of things that are happening to raise our taxes. So trying to keep that, you know, keep myself informed with that. And so this week we have the Veterans Committee. I also have a meeting at the town hall on Wednesday at 4 o'clock. I got to do that. I have 3 tutoring students on Wednesday as well. And this is along with my teaching schedule. So I do have a lot going on. For Thanksgiving, I'm going to be going to my daughter's house. So I'm going to give her some money. I'm not sure how much I should give her. Like, she does all the cooking, she buys the food, she does like everything. I go and entertain the children. I just kind of get burnt out from all the cooking and everything. It's not my gift to be the cook. So let me know in the comments how much I should give her for money. I'm thinking, I don't know how much I gave her last year. Maybe $100. Maybe I should give her, I mean, groceries have gone up. I should probably give her like $200 maybe. So that's why I work, because, you know, everything goes up. Even though you live the same way, everything goes up in price. And so life is like a Rubik's Cube. I'm also learning the Rubik's Cube right now. And I've learned a few things that you want. This is a post right here. And that the yellow, you want the yellow on the top and the white on the bottom. And I learned that you want to put a white around the 4 pieces. And so I have kind of learned that like this. And I don't know if I can do it while I'm right here online, but okay, that one. So I've learned a lot. Now, this is the thing, in my school, there are several kids that know how to do the Rubik's Cube. And so I figured, you know, I know math, they know the Rubik's Cube. So let's, you know, I'm going to have them teach me how to do the Rubik's Cube, and they can see me learn something new. Okay, so I just got the daisy. So it's these 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you want those to be on the top. So I figured that much out. And then you want to put those whites on the bottom, but before you do, you want to match up these colors. So I want to keep moving this until it's red and red. And then when it's red and red, then I move it down to the white. So I have white and then I have red here. This is what I've gotten so far that's easy. Now there's some things that I say in math class that I can repeat while they're doing this. I had one, I don't know what happened to it. Yeah, I got, actually for my class, I got 12 of these for like $16. And they're pretty good quality. I was afraid that they wouldn't turn very well. Okay, so here I have the orange, and it goes like this. And then I have one last one. I got to match with the blue. I match that with the blue, and then I move it down to the white. Okay, so now I have that much. So what you want to do is get at least the 4. And then my next step, I don't have memorized. But the next step, you're going to try to get these 2 rows all one color. So I have to go back, and I have done it before, but I can't remember. I know some things. I know if it's here, there's an algorithm. You go away, up, over, down. Okay, I did that one. And there's what you call an algorithm. And you got to try to do the algorithm. But like this one's on the bottom, and I can't remember how to do that one. And if you don't do it right, you lose. So there's something about matching up the colors too. Like this one is blue on this side and orange on this side and white here. So this is kind of in the right spot, but it needs to turn. So I need to look that up. So the next thing you do is the corners, trying to put the corners in the right places. And when you do that, it comes together. But anyway, I got that far. And, you know, there's something I say in math class. Everything is hard until it becomes easy. So I'm going to next week make a list of everybody in the school, on the high school, 9th and up, because we only have like 40. So I'm going to make a list of those who do know how to do the Rubik's Cube. And so far, my son has been one of the ones that has figured it out since we just started. Okay, so we're going to make a list of how many people we get to think this is easy now, right? So everything is hard until it becomes easy. That's what I have to say in math class a lot, because a lot of the kids think they can't do math. It's really sad how many kids cannot do math these days, like almost all of them. It's so very few kids that think, hey, I can do math. And I think a lot of it is because they just don't have a good background. You know, they haven't really learned their math facts well. They haven't learned the vocabulary that goes along with it. And it makes every year, you know, you think they're going to go up in skill, but they're really not, because they're not learning enough to graduate to the next level of math. And by the time I get them, 7th, 8th, 9th grade, unless they want to go back. I did meet one parent. She took her kid out, and she realized that he doesn't know his multiplication tables. So she went back and they reviewed the multiplication tables so that he could know them well. And then they proceeded, and she said everything was so much easier. And that's the truth, you know, if you ignore the basics in the younger years, or you just get them by, you just get them to get through the class and barely make it, then they're going to keep struggling all the way through. And they're going to think, oh, I'm not good at math. I'm not good at math. I just read a comment today by a parent who said, you know, she just told her child, you know, I'm good at math, so you can be good at math, you know. And so her child was like, oh, our family's good at math. But most people say, I'm not good at math. And then their kids are like, oh, yeah, we aren't good at math in our family. So, you know, that holds them back too. Just the mindset, just the thoughts of I can't do it holds them back. There's something wrong with my phone because it doesn't have your number. It's your birthday. Oh, that's so awesome. Happy birthday, Ellie. Happy birthday. I hope you have a great day. How old are you today? Today is November 11th. My daughter had a birthday the 8th. And, you know, I sent her a gift through Amazon. So I like Amazon because you can get a gift and you can have it sent, and it can be there in a day, and you don't have to pay extra for shipping. So anyway, this is the Rubik's Cube, and I hope to, you know, figure this out, because I want to show my students that I can still learn new things. And it's okay to learn new things, you know? Oh, yeah, I don't know if that'll work. So I'm just trying to figure this thing out. My son, I can hear my son upstairs. He could come down and fix it for me. Okay, I got it to move up here. So now if I move it away up, no, it's not in the right spot. If I move it this way, I did it. I did it. Okay, I guess I am figuring out a little bit how this works. So I got all the white. Yay. Okay, well, I'm just, sitting here trying to, I wanted to go ahead and come on my channel and do a live because I've been getting more, your toothbrush. I'm going to try this. It says, do a question. Start your Q&A. What is the color of your toothbrush? I don't know how this works. I'm just doing it because when I'm driving, I can't do anything like this. So what is the color of your toothbrush? And I don't know how to get rid of it. My toothbrush, I think, is white with blue. What kind of toothpaste do you use? Do you use fluoride toothpaste or do you use black? Do you use, I don't even know how to get this thing off. Okay, there we go. So, do you use fluoride toothpaste? A lot of people are getting away from fluoride now. So, I still use Colgate. I've used Colgate all my life. And I haven't really gravitated to anything else. So, a lot of people are getting away from fluoride using Tom's or other types of toothpaste. But I just buy Colgate. So anyway, so happy Rubik's Cube. I've got to this point. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Sarah Lynn, her toothbrush is coral. Thank you for the hearts. I really appreciate it. So my name is Cindy and I'm a teacher, and I'm just on this channel. I talk about things teacher life related, and I also talk about things I do in my free time. I like to crochet. I have my crocheting here. I started the Rubik's Cube because I had a couple of students in my class and they love to do the Rubik's Cube. Like sometimes they're sitting there and it's like a fidget toy, they want to do the Rubik's Cube, which is, I usually tell them to take it away because we need our pencils. Pencil's a nice fidget toy too. If you take your pencil out and you get a piece of paper, you can write on your paper and take notes. So that's a really great thing we can do in the modern world. I'm being sarcastic here, as you can tell. So anyway, in that class I teach geometry, but I figured, hey, I'm always teaching them something that is really hard for them. I do like to do hard things. I've made a doll, crocheted doll this year, entered it in the Deerfield Fair, which is a fair near us. And I've done some hard things. I like to challenge myself, but I noticed that, maybe the students could teach me something. So I went ahead on Amazon and I said, can I get a decent Rubik's Cubes? I only have like 7 kids in that class. So I figured I only needed 5 because 2 of the kids already had them. But then I got a dozen for like $16 and they work really well. So, every now and then we'll pull them out in classes and take a break from the class. Okay, so here I can do that. We can take a break from the class. We can do something else for a while. They can give me tips on how to do the cube. I've now figured out the bottom. I can get it all white. I just did that right during this video. And then I do know you want to get these to match up. So I've got that much done. And then I believe the next step is these middle pieces. And you know what happens to me? I will tell one of the students, like, okay, I'm at this level. What's next? And they'll say, you look for these colors. I think I need this one because this one has no yellow on it. And you want to get it. It needs to be right here because it has green and orange. So it should be right here. So I need to move it from here to here. So I'll give them my cube and they'll just go and move it for me. And they don't tell me the steps. So it doesn't really help. They just do it too fast. So it kind of helps me to know that's how they feel when I'm trying to do something that they don't know how to do. So, okay, so KV uses charcoal to brush her teeth. Yeah, I have friends that do that too. And I've never done it myself. Have you ever tried to use it in the special hour? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so this is it. So anyway, I use bleach. Oh, nice. For real? The Central Intelligence. So sometimes I don't know in the comments if they're being serious or sarcastic. So I don't know if I would trust using bleach. I know some people use, what is it? Hydrogen peroxide on it to brush their teeth with maybe baking soda. I don't know how that works. I don't really do that either. I'm a little skeptical of those things, but I don't know about bleach. That seems like that might be a joke. So anyway, thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for watching. And today is Chernobyl dirt. Yeah. Does it make them disappear? Now they don't hurt. Bleach is good? Okay. So anyway, today's Veterans Day, so I'm headed to the service at 11 o'clock in my town, and I do thank anyone who watches this who is a veteran, and I'm thankful for our country, even though I've learned about, we have lots of problems in our country, and one of the things that I find that we can help with is, oh, Nancy Pelosi, hey. White King, okay. Interesting, okay. Interesting names for people, Central Intelligence. So, there's a lot of politics, a lot of news, but, we have to make friends with our neighbors, right? The more we reach out to our neighbors and just help each other through life, sometimes the politics don't get as close to us as we might think. So reach out to your neighbors and be thankful for what you have. And I hope you have a great day, and I hope that you have time to thank a veteran. And thank you for all the comments about the teeth. I'll have to look that up. The earth is flat. Yeah, I have friends that do believe that. I've looked up that concept. I haven't been completely convinced of it, but I know a lot of people, I learned something way back in my Christian high school that good people can believe different things. Like, you shouldn't fight over your belief system. You believe something, you can talk about it, you debate it, you discuss the facts, and still try to be friends. So we thank our fallen veterans, especially the Germans. All right. Well, I thank you guys for coming. Thank you for the conversation, and you guys challenge my brain, along with my Rubik's Cube and my students. They also challenge me as well. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.